Om Shanti and good evening. A very warm welcome to all of you for joining for this reflective experiential meditation. जिसको भी ये हिंदी में सुनना है वो ज़ूम में हिंदी लैंग्वेज सिलेक्ट कर सकते हैं so that आप हिंदी में सुन सकेंगे. So today is once again a very beautiful topic, an art of balancing life. So I think everyone wants to have this art of having a balance in their life, right? And what kind of balance which we are looking for? Generally we say, right, most of you would be working and we generally look towards work and life balance, right? On one side I have to work because when I work I will earn money, and when I have money then I will be able to manage my life. True, right? So work is also important, but how about life? Life is also important, isn't it? So if I ask you a question, right, are you working for living or you are living for working? If you are living for working, then those who are on Zoom, maybe in the chat you can answer maybe number 2, and if you are working for living, then number 1. Right? What do you see? How do you see yourself? Working for living or living for working? You can just give your answer as 1 or 2 to yourself and maybe post it in the chat window. So how many of you have said 1? Working for living? Raise your hand. Those who are on video, you can also have a Zoom hands up. Okay. And how many of you are living for working? Okay. So do you think, so what is work? Work is, I would say, action, right? Maybe work is action so that I can earn money, right? But can you live without work, action? Is it possible? Life is life, right? Whether you are working or not, still we live a life, right? Isn't it? But can you live without work? You have a life, but can you live without work? Work here is action. No, right? I have to. It's not that 10 days I work too hard and then you say, I need 1 day, just I will not do anything. Is it possible that you will not do anything? Not possible, right? So what I would say is that work and life, you cannot separate it. You have to work together. And that's where this topic is, that I have to have a balance between both work as well as life. And work here is in general, everything comes into work, action. And what life means, if we have to define life, as I've defined, work means an action, right? Any kind of an action. It could be an action to maybe take care of the family, preparing a meal, going out with a family on a vacation is also an action, right? Right. So any kind of an action, you can put it into work. And what is life? Whatever action you do, for what? What is the purpose of it? What do you think? The purpose is to have fun, right? To enjoy time, right? To be happy, to be respectful, to have dignity, right? So that is the purpose of life, right? Whatever I do, maybe people appreciate, people acknowledge, right? So what I have to do is I have to have an art of having this balance of work and life, right? Sometimes you will find people always talk about that, oh, I am so busy, I have so much to do, right? And when you see people saying that, right, I'm very busy, I have to work a lot, I have to labor, my life is very hard. What are you feeling? What are you noticing in it? Maybe you are talking or someone else is telling you this. What are you noticing? What are you feeling in it? Somewhere there is discontent with themselves, with them, right? Somewhere you will find that they are not as happy as they want to be, right? Isn't it? That's where we say these kind of vocabulary we use, right? That I'm very busy, I have many things to do, I'm not able to cope up with work, right? So what I need to do is I need to bring a balance in it, right? But before we go into balance, like say for example, work and life, there are many things. Like say for example, you go to a work. What are the things which you have to go through or handle it? Commute, okay. What else? Deal with people, right? Right. So one is that you are working for, so means you are responsible for something, right? There is responsibility with whatever work you do, right? Then along with responsibility, what is there? There is resources which are given to you, right? Say for example, you are an architect or something, so you need a planning, how to plan or how to orchestrate things. For that you need tools for it, right? Or say for example, you are doing an physical job, then maybe you need physical tools, right? Like say for example, an electrician will require a certain type of tools to do his work, right? So resources are required, right? What else is required? A role is required, right? What kind of role I am playing, right? That also plays an important role. And then what you said, right? That when I'm work, I am put up with lot of challenges, right? Someone will agree with it, someone may not agree with it. Sometimes it is very difficult to work together, right? So these are the challenges which are there, right? So changes are there. It's not that work is very simple, and these kind of challenges are there in at work, right? What else? And then whatever work has been given, you have to finish in time. There is a constraint of time also, right? And there could be many other things also involved with it, right? So these are the main things which you have to deal with it when you are at work, right? Now same thing about life. Say for example, in life also there is a role, right? Maybe I play a role of a parent, I play a role of a brother, or I play a role of a friend, right? So here in at life also I have role. Along with role I have responsibility also, isn't it? And with responsibility also there are resources also which I can take care of, right? True. And here also in life also, if life predictable? No, right? So what happens in life also, there are surprises, there are changes, right? Maybe some guest come to your home in the evening. What will happen? Whatever you have planned for, there would be challenge to finish that, right? So changes will happen in life, right? And again, it is also time based, right? Certain things, fulfilling responsibilities also according to time, right? Certain things I have to do, like say for example, if I am preparing a meal for my family, there is a time constraint, right? So you will find that the same factors are there in life too. Okay? Responsibility, role, what else? Responsibility, role, resources, change, time, right? And miscellaneous things, right? Because in order to live a life, maybe I need car, I need phone, I need house. There are many other things which are there, right? And then again, I'm responsible for all of that too, right? So you will find that there are on both the sides we have quite a big things to take care of, right? But what I have to do in order to enjoy my life, in order to celebrate my life, what I need to do? Work and life has to go hand in hand, right? And whoever is able to create that balance between work and life would consider to be a successful person, right? But many times you will find that how we look at ourselves, we think that everything, you will find people with that kind of a mentality, they want everything to be perfect. Do you think that art of balance is perfection? What is it? It is not about being perfect. Okay? Then it is like being right? What do you think? Is work and life is about being right? If you go into these things, right, being right, being perfect, you will lose the balance, right? The same thing is, do you think that that in the same scenario, being clever, being knowledgeable, that I should know everything about work, about life, is it about that? Again, I will feel incomplete, incompetent, less worthy. You will feel that. So that also, it doesn't mean that work and life balance doesn't mean that I have to know everything. Okay. Or it is not like that I'm very powerful, I'm strong, I can manage everything. It is also not about that. Then what is work and life balance? Balance doesn't mean that equal proportion of work and equal proportion of life. It doesn't mean that. It is like, say for example, you make something, right? Like, say for example, you make some gravy, right? Do you put equal amount of everything? Equal amount of salt, equal amount of water, equal equal amount of veggies? No, it has to be proportionate. Right? So what balance means is whatever is needed at that time in how much quantity. That is what is balance. So based on my priority of my work, based on the importance of the work, how much I can allocate my time and energy. Right? So that will bring balance. Right? Sometimes you will find that there is something very important at work, there is a deadline of maybe after 5 days, and within 5 days I have to finish my work. You may have to give more time to work, right? But say for example, once you come to home and you realize that my child is sick, then what becomes a priority? To take care of my child becomes my priority, right? So evaluating each and every time what is my priority and giving that much time and giving that much energy to that task is bringing balance. Okay, what is needed at what time, right? And that brings work and life balance, right? And for that, what is required? Sometimes what we do, we are working on to something, and then all the time, right? If there is something which is unfinished at work, when I come home, what I do? I'm still thinking about work. How to resolve this? What to do? I tried this. Now I have to. What else I can do it for it? Even though I'm eating, even though I'm freshening up myself, but I will still be thinking about it. Or it could be other way around, right? There is some situation, some problem at home, or some relationship problem. I go to work, and what I do? I'm in front of I'm sitting at my desk, but then I'm thinking about that same thing, right? Right? Is that balance? No. And that is why there is a beautiful saying. What is balance? Is work while you are at work and play when you are at play. Right? So when you are playing a game, play at that time. And when you are at work, work. If you de-associate both the things, the task in this way, then you are going to bring balance. Right? And for that, the most important thing is what? So what we try to juggle always with, and it becomes very difficult. Say for example, someone gives you 3 balls and says that, okay, rotate all these 3 balls, right? Someone who has not practiced will not be able to, right, manage it. Like it will fall, then you will take it, and it will not be able to. So it is an art which I have to develop through regular practice, right? Or it is like, say for example, it is like if you are doing an weightlifting, right? And say for example, in life there are 2 things, right? Responsibilities and relationship, right? And if they are not in balance, what will happen? You will be juggling with it, right? And it will be very, very difficult. And most of the time people say that it is very difficult, I cannot manage it, right? Why I'm not able to manage it? The most important thing in relationship and responsibility is what? Is I. If I manage myself better, If I really connect to myself, then I can take care of both responsibilities as well as relationship. Then it will not go like this. It will be very stable. And for that, I have to be stable. And what I mean by saying that being stable means my mind should be stable. My mind should be healthy, positive, right? Having a positive perspective in life, right? That will bring that equilibrium. And that will allow me to balance what is required, right? Because in the time of upheaval, in the time of ups and downs, what I require is stability, right? The more stable I am, the more decisions are more appropriate, and the decisions are appropriate, then the outcome will be right. Right? So that is why what is required is to have myself in balance. In balance of what? We always say that there is a balance of love and discipline for my own self, right? Certain disciplines I have to follow. If I discipline myself, you will see that you will be more consistent then, right? And when I have love for myself, then I will have more self-belief, right? More I'm grounded. Then it becomes very easy to deal with the situations outside, whether it is situations of work or it is situations of life. I can manage both when I'm able to manage myself. So there is a balance of love and discipline, or we generally say love and law, right? That when you follow, many times people say, right, you will find people, those who are honest, right? And they are always honest, but they are always, they have to go through challenges, those who are honest, really, right? And then people say, why you are honest? You should not be honest, because people are not like that, right? But it is your own value that makes you at peace, that makes you believe in yourself, and that is why you are honest, right? And so when you continue it, then whatever you are, if you continue, you will find that in longer run it will give you benefit, right? So it is what you are that is very important, that I know myself and I live myself in that way. Like certain people, you will find that they have a very good habit of sleeping early, getting up early, spending good time on myself. You will find those people are very calm, very peaceful, and when situation comes, they are able to deal with it, right? So something of that kind I have to develop, so that it becomes easier to bring that balance, right? And when I am able to maintain that balance, then when you look at yourself, you feel that that you are happy with yourself, you are content with yourself, right? But when we look at others, when we look at the world, where you hear all the time in news, which are things which are not right, which are things which can create ups and downs, right? Financially, economically, right? What will happen? It creates disbelief, it creates concern, it creates fear. All of that will create imbalance. So somewhere I have to find that balance within. I have to spend time with myself so that I can manage myself better, manage my emotions better. And when I'm able to manage my emotions better, then I can deal with everything. Work and life, I can deal with it very easily. And for that, what I need to do is, I have to also have a practice of being extrovert and also being introvert, right? Means I have to live in this world, and so I have to be extrovert, I have to talk to people, I have to do things. But there has to be some time where I have to go within, so that I can see that where I am heading to, whether I am bringing that balance, right? Am I giving enough time to my family members? Am I giving enough time to myself? Right? So it is, so what we want to project outside, or say for example, many times I find that people, they want their family to be happy, they want their family to be peaceful, they want their family to be harmonious. But if I am not peaceful, if I am not happy, if there is no harmony within, I will not be able to bring it, right? So I have to bring that balance within me first. And when I bring that balance, then it is very easy to bring balance in whatever I do, right? Because when I'm grounded, then I can make very easily make decisions which will resolve the situations, right? So for that, the foundation has to be very, very strong. Once the foundation is strong, you can make 10-story building, you can make 100-story building, but for that, foundation has to be strong, right? If foundation is weak, then you cannot build, right? Like many times we know, right? We make a kind of an house, right, with our playing cards, right? You have to be very careful when you go to the second, third, or fourth story. You have to be more careful with your cards. That little bit of more pressure will make the whole cards collapse, right? So it is the same thing, right? So the what I have to do is that I have to invest my time and energy in such a way that I take good care of it, right? Any relationship, any new relationship you take, new job where you go for work, what happens in the beginning? Early days of new relationship, early days of going to work, what is it? To a new place, everything is good, right? But then what happens? As time passes by in relationships and also at work, right? In relationship also, you think that, oh, I have done enough for them. You take it lightly, right? So earlier few months it would be better, but then the more time passes by, it becomes more headache, more pressure, more tension, whether it is the relationship, personal relationships, or even at work also, right? Because you know how people are and what their weaknesses are and all of that. That makes it very heavy, right? But what I need to do is, as time passes by, I have to take more care. The more care I take, the more pressure I can held. I can take care of all the pressures, whatever are there, when there is more care. In relationship or at work also, same thing, right? So I need to find that balance, and it starts with the self. Okay. So there is a balance of, so there are many different balances which you can do it internally also. Like as I said, love and discipline. In the same way, there has to be humility. But with humility, there also has to be self-respect. Right? So I have to maintain that balance. A balance of extroverted and being introvert. That is also a balance. So I need to create these kind of balances. And when I have these balances, then it is very easy. If I deal with myself, and if I'm able to manage it, then managing outside situations is not a big thing. Right? Because you are coming from that confidence that, yeah, if I'm able to manage my feelings, if I'm able to manage my emotions, I can manage this too. Right? So So every time what I can do is I cannot be, as I said, that I cannot be best, right? Like say for example, you did something and if you did good, it is good, right? But say for example, you did not do good, then what? Then you have learned something from it that, yeah, this is not the way I should be doing. So you are learning still, right? So one day you will be able to bring that balance. So that awareness has to be there to bring that balance, and you will be able to manage it, right? Don't feel that, oh, don't make yourself that, oh, many times what we do is we blame ourselves, right? So don't blame yourself. In either case, learn. And when you learn, then you are going to be better next time to bring that balance. Right? And the last thing which I want to do, and then we'll meditate, why I need to bring balance. Why I have to bring balance? Maybe I come into many relationships, I need to balance that out also, right? Relationship with my parents, relationship with friends, I have to balance that. What else I have to balance? Balance at work also, right? First is why I have to balance, because I want warmth, love, care from everyone, right? And that is why I need to maintain that balance. And when I maintain that balance, what happens? You receive a lot of blessings. Right? If you help someone, what happens? Someone will think good about you, right? Have a good will for you. So that is why I need to do it. And these blessings really come at the most difficult times. It really works. When you accumulate these blessings in your day-to-day life, then when you are at a difficult moments, at that time these blessings will work and make it easier for you. Okay? So that is why I need to make an effort to bring everything in balance. Right? Okay, if you have any questions, maybe you can think about it, and you can share later on. Those who are in the room and those who are on Zoom, maybe you can post a question in your chat, maybe after doing the meditation. Okay? Meditation, reflection, whatever you want to call it. Om Shanti. Sit comfortably. Make sure your back is straight, feet grounded, and arms in relaxed position. Look at yourself with an very positive and elevated perspective. I always try my best. And looking at myself with this optimistic approach, look at your work-life balance. For today. From the morning when I woke up, Until now, scan through your whole day and observing yourself as a third person. Scan through the conversations you had with people, the time you spent doing different activities. And now come to the present time and just be yourself. I am a peaceful, loveful being. I am aware of my responsibilities. I am aware of my role. But it is very important to know who really I am. I am a being of peace and love. I am a very powerful energy. And when I am in my true self-respect of who really I am, a being of peace, a being of love, when I look at myself in this way, I feel happy and content. This is my true identity. Now onwards, I will make an effort to have this awareness while performing actions. I am not a doer, but I am a peaceful, loveful energy. And I use this energy now into my day-to-day task. When I bring feelings of compassion, harmony in my relation and connection, I can bring a very positive perspective to life. I am aware that each and every individual is quite different. And so, I accept them as they are. And not struggle with my expectations, because I know each and every individual is unique. They have their own perspective, they have their own way, and so I accept them as they are. So by bringing acceptance, I stay connected to my true self. I maintain stability within. And more I'm able to keep my emotions stable, the more I will be able to bring good solutions to situations which come across. My inner ability, my inner stability, my inner capacity can influence relationship and outside situations. I believe in myself. And I know that when I stay positive, the results will always be positive. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Anyone has any questions? So I think there is no question, right? Is there? No?
It was very good and very important and information you gave. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for joining.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
look forward to see you again in next Tuesday. Okay.
Yes. Thank
Okay
you.
then.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Om Shanti and good night.
Good night.
Yeah. Every Tuesday they do an experimental meditation. The